hot. Okay, I have to warn everyone that this recipe for my cornbread is highly addictive.
Sorry, did you get addicted to crack? Did somebody get addicted to crack?
I talked to my therapist about my addiction to this cornbread. It was a problem, and I'm not the only one. My name is Erin McKenna, and I founded BabyCakes NYC back in 2005 in New York City. We're now known as Erin McKenna's Bakery, and I specialize in everything vegan, gluten-free, kosher, soy-free, etc. Today I'm teaching my recipe for my gluten-free vegan cornbread in time for Thanksgiving. The first fundamental thing we're gonna learn here is making the buttermilk for the recipe. You gotta do it a little bit ahead of time, and that is by combining your non-dairy milk with a tablespoon of vinegar, and that kind of curdles it and makes it into a buttermilk. Then I get a 1/3 cup of corn flour, 2/3 cup of medium grind cornmeal, 2/3 of gluten-free all-purpose flour. You all know that I love Bob's Red Mill, but I'm sure that you can probably sub it out with an alternative. But the only thing that I warn you is to make sure to see if it has xanthan gum in it, because if your mix already has xanthan gum in it, you're going to want to omit the xanthan gum in your recipe. So here we go. 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum. For those who don't know, xanthan gum is just something that binds the flour together and helps it keep its crumb together. Otherwise, if you don't use it, it's gonna fall apart. Tablespoon of baking powder, teaspoon of baking soda, teaspoon of salt, and then we just whisk it together. Okay, so when I say that I was obsessed with this recipe, I'm not kidding. My sister was as well. In my first cookbook, she actually is pictured eating the cornbread, and we both had a serious problem with this cornbread. And one time, a customer was there when we were pulling out a fresh loaf of cornbread from the oven, and as soon as it was cool enough to depan, I flipped it over and I was about to cut into it, and I cut my tiny little thin slice, and he said, "I'll take that piece." And normally I'm a very nice person and I would have done it, but I was just like, no. I ate it. 1/3 cup of oil. This is another part that I adjusted to tweak my own recipe. So for now, 1/3 cup of melted unscented coconut oil. You can use any other oil that you want. I wouldn't use olive oil. 1/2 cup of agave. If you want to sub out sugar for the agave, you can do that. The measurement would be 3/4 cup.
Huh?
Wait a second. Okay, no, wait, I did it right. I pre-measure everything because I can't think and talk at the same time, and I thought that I just put the wrong oil in. Vanilla extract, I put in a tablespoon, and it calls for 1/3 cup of unsweetened applesauce. These are exactly 1/3 cup, and I'm feeling very lazy, so I'm just gonna add this one in. We're ready for the buttermilk. Okay, so this is everything. You can see the curdling that happened with the rice milk and the vinegar. And I wanna note that you can use any other kind of non-dairy milk that you like. I just would not use coconut milk because that is super heavy and it's gonna drag down the whole recipe. I have my loaf pan ready. See, I can't stop. I'm like, So I've already oiled this pan. Any pan is gonna do. Just make sure that you don't fill it more than halfway high. So I'm gonna put this in the oven for about 35 or 40 minutes at 325 degrees. With agave-based recipes, you're always gonna wanna reduce the oven from 350 to 325 so it doesn't burn. One other thing about this recipe is that everyone at the bakery is obsessed with it as well. And we will always talk about bringing it back, and this happens every single time. We bring the cornbread back and we sell one slice. Or people see the cornbread and they say, "Do you have corn muffins?" So we start making corn muffins. No one buys the corn muffins, they want a slice of cornbread. So you guys tell me in the comments, corn muffins or cornbread by the slice. Which is it? We will do it. Since I have some extra batter, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in a muffin pan. We used to make tiny little corn muffins, and to go along with the cornbread slices, and I would call them children of the cornbread. Hi, Evelyn. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. So instead of putting all of the oil into the batter, I reserved part of it on the side because we're gonna pour it over the top when it's almost done. I put in a 1/4 cup of oil, and then I add 2 tablespoons of agave nectar, and it gives it like this really nice glaze on top. It makes it really brown. So when the cornbread is about 2/3 done, I'm gonna pull it out and I'm going to pour this all on top, add a little bit of cracked salt, and it's gonna be so good. It's been about 30 minutes, so I'm gonna take the cornbread out now, and we're gonna add the agave and coconut oil on top. Important to do this step not too soon, or else the whole thing is gonna fall in the center. Do not remove it from the oven before 30 minutes. You can tell it's a little still cooking. So I just go and pour it all over like this. I add salt. Okay, so that cornbread goes back in the oven for about 7 minutes. There she goes. So I'm just gonna cut this piece out. This is the famous piece I always used to eat. Oh my God, I love it. It's sweet and it's salty. It's super soft and pillowy. The cornmeal and the corn flour together is not too much. It's just so good. She can have a little bite.